Good evening. This is Darnelda Siegers, the Mayor of the District of Sechelt. This is my weekly video update on Friday, April 24th. Thank you to our community for continuing to do what you do. There are so many people stepping up with support, sewing face masks and making them available, putting grocery orders together and delivering them to those who are self-isolating, and to the frontline workers, RCMP, healthcare staff, our grocery and gas station staff, those providing sanitation and picking up of our garbage, delivery workers, truck drivers, the list goes on. You are what keeps our community fed and well cared for in all ways. Thank you also to those who've been taking Dr. Bonnie Henry's edict seriously and staying home. And if you go out, keeping your distance from others and washing your hands. To date, we have been successful in keeping the COVID-19 curve flat here in BC. So 2 weeks ago, during the long weekend, visitors came to the Sunshine Coast. And many in our community reacted, I believe, out of fear for how their visits would devastate our community and see infection rates spike. Now, 2 weeks later, I asked Vancouver Coastal Health what they've seen. There have been no outbreaks in rural and remote communities from the travel that took place over the long weekend. Dr. Bonnie Henry has now started a conversation about looking to the future. We know from looking around the world that we are going to be living with COVID-19 in our communities for quite some time. So from that perspective, we need to look at how we open up industry, open up our hospital system, but in a way that we continue to manage the spread of the virus in our community. We need to do it in a thoughtful, careful way so that we develop our way of living with it. How do we increase our contacts, our social connections, and our economic connections in a way that keeps us safe and keeps the infection rates at a level that our healthcare system can deal with? How can we loosen the restrictions in BC in a way that protects all of us? This past long weekend showed us that it was possible, and we have another long weekend coming. When I consider relaxing the restrictions, there are a number of questions it brings up for me. Yes, we want our dentist's office, our stores and restaurants to open, but if they open, we want to ensure that they have customers and will be able to continue to operate. That means that we need to shop there, eat there, and use their services. So my question to each of you is, and this is a question I'm thinking about as well, think about what the setup would need to be, what practices the business would need to use, what safety procedures would need to be in place, what would customers need to do for you to feel safe, to be able to be a patron of those services. So as you go about your daily life, and remember what you used to do, where you used to go, give some thought to what would have you feel safe to be able to return and go to those places and do those things again. I look forward to hearing from you. Stay safe, be kind, and stay 6 feet apart. And talk to you next week.